Look, if you want to get rich in your 20s, don't start investing. Now, since it's probably the first time you and I meet, why should you bother to listen to me? My name is Fred, and I'm an entrepreneur from a lower middle class background. I went from having only $400 to my name over 5 years ago to making upwards of $1,000 in a single day at 21, selling services and consulting online. And on top of that, I went from being socially anxious to the point I couldn't even go for a walk in the neighborhood to spreading my message with the world on social media and generating over 42 million views starting with no audience. In this video, I'm going to reveal why so-called financial experts have sold you a lie and what you need to do instead if you actually want to become rich in your 20s and enjoy your life. Keep in mind, everything I'm about to share with you, I'm personally using myself. So I only ever share with you the things that work for me and for the people that work with me. The same so-called financial experts who told you that you needed to save your money, invest in your 401k, and that if you wanted to become wealthy, even rich, the best way to do that was to save a few $100s a month and invest them in the stock market. And then all you would need to do is wait for the compound effect to work its magic while you relax peacefully and become a multi-millionaire. Now, the compound interest is probably one of the most powerful forces of the universe. In fact, Einstein said the following: compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. The truth is, only 10% of the wealthiest Americans own 93% of the stocks, even though the stats show that market participation is at an all-time high. The more money you're able to invest in the stock market, the more you'll get back in return. That's how the game works. The issue is, the stock market is great at making rich people richer, but not so great at turning the average person into a multi-millionaire. Rich people are heavily incentivized to invest their money, whether it be in the stock market, in real estate, in collector items, etc. Because if they don't, and they let that pile of cash sit in their bank account, just like the middle class and the poor, they will lose money because of inflation. Let me ask you a question. Who does inflation benefit? Is it the poor, the middle class? Of course not. It's the rich. Rich people own assets, and these same assets gain value thanks to inflation, making the rich richer. However, since most people don't really own any assets, the money that they've worked so hard to save up over the years only loses value. So when you have a big stack of cash in the bank, it definitely makes sense to invest it in the stock market or in real estate to stay wealthy and to keep getting wealthier. However, if your goal is to make $10,000 a month or more, to be able to live a life of true freedom, of abundance, to purchase anything you want without having to look at the price tag, even things on the more expensive side, like sports cars, if you want to travel the world, to provide for the people that you love, investing in the stock market is probably the slowest route you could possibly take. If you're broke and you start setting aside a few $100s a month to invest them in the stock market, sure, you'll be wealthier, but in 50 years, and by then, you'll no longer be full of vitality and young enough to enjoy life properly. And the harsh reality is that some of the people that you love might even be gone by then. So sure, if you want, go and invest $100 in the stock market, even though you're broke. But I'm warning you, it won't earn you $10,000 a month and more in your 20s or even in your 30s. You'll wake up 5 years from now, you will have invested your money, but you still won't be financially free. You'll still be working a dead-end job that you hate just to pay bills and taxes, not because you want to, but because you have to. Instead, the best, and by best I mean fastest and quickest way to $10,000 per month and above is starting your own business, and more precisely, an online business. That's exactly what I did, and I can tell you for a fact, I would have never been able to have my first $1,000 a day in sales at only 21 if instead I had decided to save up my money and invest in the stock market. You can't just wait for the compound interest or the stock market to make you financially free. You have to be the one who takes control of your financial future. I preach starting a business while you're young. That way, you can make fuck you money pretty rapidly and enjoy your 20s however you want. Now, I'm warning you, online you will find plenty of videos about the top 10 online businesses to start for beginners, but most of these videos are trash. Lots of business models require you to spend $5,000 up front at the very least to buy inventory for a product when you don't even know if it's going to sell yet. Or worse, some of those business models require you to risk losing your lifetime savings on paid ads. Instead, you need to choose a business model that allows you to make mistakes for free. Even if you did everything wrong for 12 months, you'd never run the risk of losing your lifetime savings, which is why I genuinely believe that beginners should sell services or consulting online. It's the same business model that allowed me to go from only having $400 in my bank account 5 years ago to having my first $1,000 a day in sales at only 21. Now, if you want to discover how I was able to achieve that in detail, I've recorded a free video in which I share with you my step-by-step process. That way you can literally just copy me. Or if you're ready to talk business, you can book a free call with me or my team and we'll see if we can help you to start or grow your business. The links will be in the description below. You see, a lot of beginners fail in business because they make the mistake of starting a business solely around their passion. They think that because they love it, it won't feel like work. And while that might be true to some degree, believe me when I say that you will fall out of love with it very quickly when you struggle to get customers for months. What you need to do instead is to solve painful problems for people. Forget about what you want and ask others what they want. If you can do that successfully, trust me, you will be printing cash on demand. My first successful consulting offer was actually a done-for-you lead generation services for entrepreneurs. If you sort my videos by oldest on my YouTube channel, you will see the first videos I posted back in 2022, they were actually video sales letters in which I explained to my prospects how I could help them to book more meetings. Because at the time, since I had to figure out how to book meetings to make my business successful, I figured, what do other business owners want? They want more meetings as well. So I'm essentially killing two birds with one stone. I learn it for myself and I do it for others. So I did that for a while and I was charging around 2K per customer. But what I noticed on sales calls is that lots of business owners struggled to get customers, but not because they were not booking enough meetings. By speaking with these business owners, I realized that these people not only needed help with booking more meetings, but with their offer, with their sales process, with their service delivery, with their onboarding process sometimes, with their mindset, with literally everything else. Booking meetings was only a small part of the equation. But my point is, you need to understand that in order to build a successful business, you need to follow a precise mathematical equation. And that is, you need to sell the right thing to the right people. It might sound obvious, but bear with me here. Your product or service could be amazing, but if you're selling it to the wrong people, it doesn't matter how great it is, you won't make a single cent. It's like trying to sell meat to vegans. Good luck. Which is why the most important thing that actually determines the success or failure of your business is the needs and the desires of your market, not your passion. You can try to sell people what they don't need all day every day, but I can guarantee you won't make a single penny. Now, after struggling for 10 years, from the moment I discovered online business when I was 11 to the moment I had my first $1,000 a day in sales at only 21, I realized that you only needed 3 elements to print cash on demand. You need 1. Qualified leads, which means people who want what you have to offer, but also they have the money to invest with you right now. Because if they want what you have, but they can't pay for it, they're not exactly qualified. At best, they're semi-qualified. And then you need to close these qualified leads. And third, you need to deliver your products or services. If you can do these 3 things successfully, believe me when I say you'll never worry about money ever again. Business is only difficult when you have no clue what you're doing. If tomorrow I tried to build an income company from scratch to compete with, let's say, Alibaba, I would have no clue what I'm doing. I would probably fail that business. But if instead I got mentored by Jeff Bezos himself, then all of a sudden my chances of succeeding are so much higher because I'd be learning from someone who's been there and done that. Now, it's an extreme example, but you get my point. When you're following a proven step-by-step process, all you need to do is to keep taking action and you get results. It's that simple. If you're not booking meetings for your business right now, it's because you don't know how to do it. You should be booking meetings every single day. Every morning I wake up to lots of booked meetings, even though I was asleep. So in the morning, one of the first things I do nowadays is review all the applicants I have to see who would actually be a good fit to work with me. And when you get so many qualified leads coming to you, you get to pick and choose who you work with. You're no longer at the mercy of the rest of the world. To tell you the truth, my biggest regret is not getting a mentor sooner. I can look you in the eyes and tell you with full confidence, if I hadn't met certain people at certain key points in my life, I would not be making this video today and I would have never been able to have my first $1,000 a day in sales at only 21. The reason why you're not where you want to be yet is because you don't know what to do and you don't have someone to show you the way. It's not because you're not smart enough, it's not because you're not hardworking enough. That's bullshit. You are smart enough, you are hardworking enough. If you're being honest with yourself, it's probably been a while you watch Make Money Online videos and you've been trying to build a profitable business to finally be able to make fuck you money and to enjoy life. That being said, if you'd like to see how we can help you to build or grow your business, check out the links in the description. And if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend. And together, let's blow up this YouTube channel and empower ambitious individuals across the globe to become financially free.